Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Rox coming to you today with a review for Married to Medicine Los Angeles. The Girls Are Back, Season 2, Episode 1. So, when I was watching it, when it first came on, I was trying to get reacclimated with the girls. At first I was like, who's on this show again? Couldn't remember names. Y'all know how I do. But I think I got everybody, locked in now. What I did notice is one of the doctors from last season, the one who had the daughter who was married to the superintendent, and the daughter was having trouble in school because they changed her school. I think they're not on the show anymore. At least I don't think I saw them in any of the trailer, any of the future episodes to come, any of that. So I think that they're out. Not quite sure if they are introducing a new character. I know they did bring somebody in this episode, but I don't know if she is still considered one of the girls or testing her out. I don't know. Kendra, but we'll talk about her later. But yeah, you guys, it's good to see the girls back. It was sort of a mishmash of Married to Medicine Atlanta and Married to Medicine Los Angeles. The Atlanta girls, always sure to bring the drama and the spice. I'm sure they brought them on so that we could, kind of get some of their juice and sprinkle it onto Los Angeles. Looks like Los Angeles is trying to bring the heat this season. So we'll see. We'll see, you guys. So, like I said, Britton is back. Imani is back. Shanique, what's her name? Yeah, Shanique, Jasmine. They're all back. I think that's it. The 4 from the last season. And then, like I said, it looks like they're trying to bring in this new girl. Now, Jasmine, she and Shanique are still, doctor wives. Shanique is still married to little tiny Robert. And Jasmine is still married to her, whatever her husband's name is, the one that Imani called the drug dealer. I'm sorry, insinuated that he was the drug dealer because he had a drug dealer house. So they're back. They still hang out. They still have a good time with each other. They're still really good friends. But Jasmine tells us that she is definitely a girl boss because she's not only wifey, mother of the year, she's also juggling her concierge business. She's just sort of like a personal assistant to the stars. Whoever needs that extra person with them to make sure that they can get through their day, Jasmine is your girl. And she also has rentals, car rentals, house rentals. She knows all the hot spots in LA. I mean, she is what's what when it comes to the concierge business out that way. And she also wants you guys to know that she definitely is not stupid, even though they tried to make her look like that last season. Now, Britton, remember at the end of last season, she said that she was moving back to Orlando. Remember, her husband, Mac, was not feeling LA. And he had put her to the task of finding a home for them. Well, it looks like she did find a permanent residence for them in Los Angeles. Mac had to hurry up and get with it because I'm sure, this is a good little check for them. And him trying to stay in Orlando in their 7,000 square foot house. Okay, we had to whittle that all the way down, to about 1,800 square feet. So he ain't really happy about that. But in LA, you trying to move out there, you guys, it is very, very, very crowded in LA. There is no land unless you really moving, to the hills, Calabasas, Malibu, and that takes buku money. Okay. Now I say these girls is probably making a good little, I'm sure they're making better than they were last season, but they ain't making Malibu, Calabasas, Hidden Hills, Beverly Hills type money. So, unless they already had it, they ain't making it, just from this show. But he's there. Not necessarily the happiest with LA, but he gonna make it do what it do. Then we see Dr. Imani. She's also back. Her son Idris, her husband Phil. Phil, you guys remember he was in the group Portrait. They reminded us of all of that. It seems that Phil hasn't been doing too much in the music industry lately, so he's in Oklahoma reinventing himself, Imani said, and that he is opening a business out that way. We don't know what kind of business it was. I don't think she said, but she talked to him on FaceTime, and she was saying how difficult it is with him being gone, you know, having to do the man things like killing bugs and whatnot. So I was like, girl, tell me about it. Ain't nobody try to fuck with them bugs, even though the bugs in LA, you know, they ain't that bad. I mean, you know, you get spiders, and I guess you get water bugs if you have stucco. You know, you have those kind of issues. Snails a lot as well, but child, move to Atlanta, honey. These bugs out here, you didn't even know Jesus made. Did I tell you guys that it looks like Jasmine, with her concierge business, one of the rentals that she has, at first I thought she was staying there, because I was like, did her husband say, get the shit out of my damn house and you gonna stay in this rental? But no. It's not a rental for her. It's a rental that she opens up for people who might be coming to LA. And very good that she has it, because who should be coming to LA but the Atlanta girls, like I told you. It is Quad. It is, okay, so I don't know these girls. But I know Quad. It's Dr. Heavenly. It is Contessa. It's Toya. Are those I think it's just 4 of them, right? Yeah, I think those 4 end up coming to LA. Like I said, just to bring a little spice. And supposedly, Britton and Contessa are besties. They've been knowing each other since college. And Contessa introduced Britton to Mac. And so they have been good girlfriends ever since. And so that's the little connection there, and that's why Britton is the tie for all the girls out here in LA. So, you know, they're in the car, and Contessa calls Britton and tells her that she's there. You know, they're on their way to Jasmine's house. They're going to stay in her rental. So, you know, when they get there, it's all, hey, girl, oh my God, this is so nice. This is so nice. Your home is so nice. You know, she made sure to make it clear, this is not my home. This is my rental, honey. I got a different looking home than this. But, you know, the girls come in, they so impressed. There's somebody there that's serving them some drinks. You know, they looking around out on the outside patio. You know, they was like, oh my gosh, she got a wine bar inside, you know, the apartment and all of this. Okay, so they just so impressed. Even Dr. Heavenly said, you know, last year she thought that Jasmine was stupid. Okay, but turns out, no, she's not. She is, you know, she's a businesswoman, and she's an entrepreneur, and she's smart, and she's, you know, doing it for herself, and all this and all of that. So Dr. Heavenly said she read Jasmine all wrong. I was offended when she said typical LA girl. I was like, what does that mean? There's plenty. All of my friends in LA are very smart. All, you know, have college degrees and do well for themselves. So I was just like, what is typical LA girl? You talking about typical Hollywood? Okay. There's a difference there. Don't get it twisted. Anyways, after the girls all settled down outside on the patio, Dr. Heavenly says that we should have a cocktail party, you know, and invite Imani and all the rest of the girls, you know, singled out Imani. So I was like, here we go. I guess Jasmine and Imani are going to carry over this beef that they had from last season. Like I said, Imani calling, was saying that the house looked like a drug dealer house. So, yeah, let's have this cocktail party. And Jasmine says she thinks she can go on and finagle something like that. But tomorrow they're supposed to be going to Venice Beach. It's a hot spot out here in Atlanta. I keep on saying Atlanta, in Los Angeles. And all the girls, you know, you guys up to it. We're going to all get out there and have ourselves a good time. Well, they're all up to go. So the next day, as the girls are getting ready to go, I think Contessa calls Britton and was like, hey, girl, you know, you going with us to Venice Beach today? And she was like, girl, no, I got real work to do, okay? I would love to sit down and have lunch and run to beaches like, you know, Shanique and Jasmine. You know, they don't have real jobs. They're not doctors. They're just doctor wives, okay? A little shade there. But no, she can't go and play with them during the day, okay? So when they do something in the evening, she'll be there, but no, she's not going with them. So the rest of the girls all go to the beach. when they get there, at first I thought they were dressed up. I was like, what are they wearing? This is the beach. I was like, nobody better not have on no damn heels. But when I saw later, they didn't have on heels, you guys. But they was still a little extra for the beach, you know. But I guess they was like, fuck it, we on camera too. So all the girls get there with the exception of Dr. Heavenly and Imani. Where are they? You know, Jasmine asked, and they say, well, Dr. Heavenly and Imani went on a hike. I said, Dr. Heavenly? Now, I don't even watch the show. She don't look like the hiking type. But we had to section them off from each other so that they could talk about each other. So when Dr. Heavenly gets up there to the mountains with Imani, you know, you can tell it's a little bit cooler in there. In them canyons, it is definitely colder. And, you know, they're about to go on this hike, on this walk, you know. Imani loves Dr. Heavenly because she says that she does not take herself too seriously, you know, and she always makes her laugh. Okay, Dr. Heavenly definitely doesn't take herself seriously. She is a mess. I don't even know if I could deal with her watching that show every episode in Atlanta. But you know, small doses like this, I guess I can tolerate and laugh at her. She's fucking funny. But the girls on the beach, they all get their scooters. They're riding through Venice Beach, the city. They're not actually on the boardwalk. I don't know, maybe you can't have those on the boardwalk, I'm not sure. But they're riding through the cities. You know, it's a lot of apartments and condos over there, so they're riding through whatever. Shanique is not quite apt to getting herself together on this scooter, so let's just leave them somewhere. And they decide to go sit down and have something to eat. So while they're ordering their food, of course, Jasmine is concerned about the eggs, the egg white, and all of this, you know, perpetuating the stereotype. But I mean, she's concerned about her figure, fine, you know. And they all make a big deal about how, you know, she's always worried about how she looks and everything. I said, she got to maintain that doctor husband that she has, okay? Got to stay up on it, honey. You want to keep with your position. So I'm not mad at Jasmine. I guess she knows what it takes. Back out there with Heavenly and Dr. Heavenly and Imani, you know, Heavenly is just trying to get to the bottom of what's the issue with Imani and Jasmine. And Imani was just like, I just don't fuck with her. Like, I don't really like her like that, you know, and but that don't mean that I can't be around her and, you know, not feel like I want to punch her ass in the throat or anything. So, I mean, that's just kind of what it is. You know, she's still feeling the way that she felt. It still feels like this beef between the two of them is just so forced. But, I mean, I guess we got to build up a beef in some which kind of way. Oh, you know who else is missing now that I think about when I talk about beefs? This old girl that was with the actress. She's also not on the show. So far, anyway. What was her name? And she was with the guy who was supposedly cheating and Shanika told her about. Okay, they don't look like they on the show anyway. But look, I'm getting off track. Heavenly tells her that she's going to be Jasmine is going to be having this cocktail party. And, you know, she really wants Imani to come. And Imani was like, I mean, I guess I could do that. Then at the same time, Quad is trying to tell Jasmine to try to give Imani another try because maybe they just got off on the wrong foot, you know. And then she says they're all black women and they should be holding each other up. I said, okay, I mean, yes. In theory and in action, we should all be that way. But I don't know if these shows are, I mean, is that the way these shows are built up for black women to uphold each other? I mean, maybe on the surface. Now, when you get down to the nitty gritty, get on to this party. So it's the day of the party. Jasmine gets to her rental. She has the people there that's waiting on her that they can set up. But I was like, aren't the girls from Atlanta in the place? Why you got all of the helpers out there? Could nobody open the door for these people? Anyway, Jasmine gets there. You know, I guess this is showing because she's so busy, you know. So she lets them in and they're about to start preparing for the party later on that day. You guys, my right eye has been jumping. I know it looks like the left eye on there, but you know it transposes. So actually this is my right eye and it has been jumping for about 4 days now. Gets on my nerves. So if it looks like I'm winking at you, oh my God, you guys, I miss my lashes so bad. Oh, I might break down, you guys. I might have to go get my lashes done. I mean, I'm going to keep my nails off for a while and everything, but these lashes, child, these lashes. Getting back to the show. So Jasmine is really, you know, she wants to make sure that she keeps this, you know, the party is right because she's got these girls there and they have connections and, you know, the referrals for her business a large part of it comes from referrals. So she needs to make sure that everything is on point. Nothing but the best for these girls. So we get to the party. The women show up, including Brittany. Jasmine, she's glad that she's back because, like I said, they were worried that she was going to fuck up the show and move back to Orlando, and she was the one that was the glue for the group. But oh no, Brittany is back, and good for her. She introduces her friend Kendra. This is the girl that I said I'm not sure if they're trying to make somebody on the show or not. Kendra is also a doctor, and Brittany met her when she was her anesthesiologist for when she was having her baby. She just had a baby about a few months ago. Okay, I couldn't remember if it was 6 months, 3 months, or whatever. And when they showed the little baby, I was so confused. I was like, the baby looks full Asian. Okay. The baby did not look mixed at all. I mean, the baby just looked like a full Asian baby. Now, I had figured her husband must be Asian, but I mean, them genes took over. But the cutest little baby, cutest little thing. Okay. When she comes in, she has on like a long jacket, but underneath it, she has on just a little short crop top and, some pants. And Kendra is not a small girl, okay? Like I said, she's just had a baby, so she's just not small. I'm trying not to be rude or offend anybody. She has her crop top out, so her stomach is out, okay? And Dr. Heavenly, she has some old sly, slick ass shit to say. I was like, girl, you are a mess. But I was like, girl, you is bold. You stepping out for real. I guess she was like, fuck it, honey. This stomach is here. It's me. It's a part of me. I want to put my stomach out there for everybody to see. Okay. So, yeah, I was like, you really are asking for it though. It's one thing to be around like people that you comfortable with, that and all this. And it's another thing to come around and have on something that might be a little suspect, and then opening yourself up for people that don't give a fuck about you to say some shit. So I was like, oh, okay, girl. I mean, I guess we gonna have something to talk about. So they sit outside and they're talking, and there's Courtney. Now, who is Courtney? Who is Courtney? Then I was like, is that the child? I was confused. Was Dr. Courtney? Who is she? Who is she? A child, I couldn't remember. Is she on Atlanta? I was like, is she supposed to be? See, I don't know the Atlanta girls. But anyway, Dr. Courtney is talking about how she makes the vagina pretty again. She's, I guess, some sort of plastic surgeon that does the vagina. Was she on the show last season? I could not figure out who that girl was. But, so they're talking about the vagina, and I think Heavenly said that they needed to have a procedure to make the penis pretty, okay? And she says over to Kendra, who's married to the Chinese man, she says, well, girl, I mean, I guess you would know because you married to a Chinese man, so like, kind of was like, I could already tell by looking at Kendra that she was not going to be that one, okay? Immediately, Kendra was like, excuse me? Like, what are you talking about? Like, my husband don't have any problems there. But, Dr. Heavenly was like, well, honey, I didn't know, I was just asking a question. And she was just like, first of all, you are fucking, ignorant. That's ignorant of you to say. And she stands up and Dr. Heavenly's like, oh, girl, you about to beat my ass. Huh? I'm not about to fight your big ass. And this right there, you can see the divide between the Atlanta girls and the LA girls. Now, of course, the Atlanta girls are used to Heavenly. Okay, Heavenly obviously has that, the gift of this. So they get up and they kind of take Kendra inside. So it's Brittany and Kendra and Jasmine and all of that. And Kendra's like, I'm just not going to be standing for no disrespect. Like, nobody is going to be able to sit up here and say some old shady, petty ass bullshit to me and I don't respond. Jasmine is like, first of all, we not in the ghetto. We somewhere real expensive, and this is my business, remember, and we don't have fights here. So we gonna take the high road. Heavenly will pull you down, obviously. We gonna take the high road here. We not gonna get into it with them. We not gonna be doing no fights. So let's go back in there, like ladies. So then we see Imani. She's on her way there. She hasn't made it yet. She's in the car with her two friends, and she's just saying how she's just over this whole thing with Jasmine. But she can be around the rest of them. Like she said, she loved Heavenly, you know, and she loved Britain. And, you know, she going to see all her other homegirls there. So she don't even have to deal with Jasmine. I said, that's right, you don't. Okay, so just get on there and have a good time. So she gets there with her girls. Shanique gets there. I thought it was really petty of her to greet everybody. Imani. I thought it was very petty of her to greet everybody and not go and at least acknowledge Jasmine. I mean, you are at her place. Come on now. There's ways of doing things. I mean, you're really trying to be a bitch if you just can't even bring yourself to say, hey, what's up, girl? Thanks for inviting me. Okay. But she doesn't. You know, Jasmine's like, hey, girl, hey, like, you are in my place. You're at my party. Like, thank you for not speaking to me. So I was just like, okay, Dr. Imani, you're being a little bit childish. But anyway, they bring Kendra back in there. They sit it on down, and Kendra really had to get herself together. Okay. You know, Dr. Heavenly, look, I apologize if I said anything to you. I was really just asking the question. You know, I just said it just to ask a question. I mean, ain't nothing wrong with having a small penis. Woo! Child, I think my Dr. Heavenly is pretty good, if you ask me. Kendra was like, I just took offense too fast. No, you really didn't. What Heavenly said to you was rude as fuck, but Kendra is trying to, I guess, make her way onto this show, so she can't afford to be fighting with these bitches. So Kendra forgives her. We got all the girls there. The gang's all there. You know, Quad is up there talking with Jasmine. Okay, I guess she's the official. She's going to take over. And she thanks everybody for being there, you know, and she's trying to talk, and Britain kind of interrupts her, and Quad was like, girl, where are your manners? I know you don't, you know, you might be in LA, but we don't interrupt people when they speaking, you know, kind of cuts her off. I was like, oh, Quad, I mean, do you have a microphone? Like, are you on the stage? Is this like a production for real? Okay, but anyway, she says, thanks, Imani, for coming, as if it was Quad's party. Thanks, Imani, for coming, because she knows that she and Jasmine have a problem with each other. And Imani was like, oh, well, I mean, we singling each other out? Like, I mean, since you're doing that, you know, so she starts to talk, and then Jasmine's like, you know what? After this is all done, then you and I can speak separately. Okay, so cuts her off. So we wrap up that speech, you know, and it's attitudes trying to get sparked left and right between that. But yeah, it's over. And I guess Jasmine and Imani are going to have a separate speech, but they're still sitting in the same exact spots in front of the same women. Like, this is not separate. Even Imani was like, I'm not going to talk about my things, my issues with all these women that I don't even know around me. But look, fine. You know, Jasmine tells her that she didn't feel like the apology was sincere, that it was childish. And Imani was like, I am much older than you, and like 10, 12 years older than you. And, you know, she doesn't think that she was being childish, but some of this is childish, Imani. Come on now. It's childish. Britain jumps in Imani's defense and was just like, well, she didn't really say your husband was a drug dealer. You know, she just said the house was, but she said she did. Jasmine was like, she did say he was a drug dealer and even more. Okay. And Jasmine is just more pissed about the fact that the internet's, even though it has been cleared up that her husband is not a drug dealer, the internet say differently, you know, and that shit stays out there forever. So she's pissed about that. So then, of course, Quad tries to jump in again and tries to regulate this disagreement, and Britain is over it, you know, and is just like, listen, don't try to tell us what we can and can't say here. Don't try to cut me off, okay? We can have all these side conversations if we fucking want to, because we grown-ass women. You might think you running shit in Atlanta. You ain't running shit here at all. I said, okay, Britain. Like I said, she the glue, right? Okay. Well, I guess she had to play her position and make sure y'all knew what's what right away. So, yeah, this little combination of Atlanta and LA, you know, gave us the proper amount of spice. It was a pretty good first episode. All right, you guys, that is it. Still got to do Insecure, so let me move it on along. Make sure that you rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I'm itsrox. The channel is for itsrox. Everything else I do will be in the bottom bar. All right. So I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, and I plan on doing the same. Till next time, rock stars. Bye.